What's going on YouTube? It's SilverShareHolder, and I wanted to make a video about gold-backed currency and the gold standard. So I question if we're already on the gold standard, or if we already have a gold-backed currency. Because right now, gold is valued in dollar denominations, so it takes so many dollars to get an ounce of gold. And that changes, and through time the amount of dollars it takes to get an ounce of gold is going up. So the gold hasn't changed, but its valuation in dollars has. And you hear a lot of talk about the gold standard, and it sounds like a really good idea, and I've heard some really interesting points on it, and interesting arguments for it, and how at one time we were on the gold standard, and the benefits that provided, and things of that nature. But then I just watched an interesting video a couple days ago from the Day Trade Show. I think that's Don Harold. And he was talking about gold currency, and he made some really interesting points. And it led me to question whether a gold standard or a gold-backed currency would be a good thing. What he's pointing out is that a gold currency would be an international currency and could actually be a step towards a one world currency, which may not be a good thing for us. It may be, in concept, a better thing or a more honest thing. It may be more morally correct. But for the average Joe, I question whether a gold currency would be the way to go if it would offer us any benefits. Because right now, the way we have it, I think we're experiencing a lot of benefits. I mean, everyone can go on all they want about deficit spending and fiat currency and all those kind of things. But in reality, we've got it really good. I mentioned in one of my previous videos about exchange rates and the average salary in Vietnam. And you could carry that over to, most of the countries in the world. And right now in the US, we've got it pretty good where your average person can buy a little gold. And the little gold that we can afford to buy is going to be a lot more than the little bit of gold your average person in Vietnam or one of these other countries can afford to buy. And that benefit and that luxury is brought to us by the dollar and by the world reserve currency status that the dollar has, and by fiat currency and deficit spending. So you can argue against it all you want, and there's some really good arguments for why it's a bad thing, but I think people tend to overlook the fact that a gold currency may not be best for your average person, and that the people that control the monetary system and the people that control the majority of the gold and gold pricing and valuations are the same people that control the system now and the same elites. So if it was a gold standard, there's a chance your average person would be even worse off, because these big money elites are the ones that control the massive amounts of gold. When you hear about their gold purchases, they're talking about tons versus, they got a 10th ounce eagle or something like that. No, they're getting tons. So if they went to a gold currency, those people that are now buying the tons, they're going to be the ones in charge. And gold is universal worldwide, so it would really be in effect a worldwide currency or a one world, one currency system, which I've got a feeling wouldn't be the best situation for your, smaller average person, your working Joe. I don't think we'd do so good under that system. Right now, we've got it pretty good. And I'm grateful for that opportunity, and I look at it as long as this system keeps going, we have the benefit of my work day earns me more in gold if I swap dollars to gold than your guy in Vietnam who's working all day doing the same job. I'm able to earn more gold per hour than that guy does, and that's the benefit that the dollar affords us. And also, I don't think gold's the way to go. I don't think gold is all it's cracked up to be. I really feel more strongly about silver because, like I said, these top elite people are the ones in control of gold and the gold markets and the physical gold as well as the paper gold. Silver, I don't think they've got the same control over. They control the paper markets, and they, control the miners possibly, or the mints. They could definitely buy up all the physical, but I think it's a storage issue, a transportation issue, just a lack of value per ounce of silver, that they don't control it as heavily as gold. So I think silver offers a lot of upside potential, and I think right now by working and converting your dollars to silver, or even to gold, I just think silver is a lot better, bang for your buck. But I think right now with the dollar world reserve status, that we've got an opportunity to, amass wealth that, if they keep printing and whatnot, the dollar may devalue. I've seen it just in, my short time. The price of silver has gone way up. The price of other things, gasoline and such, has gone way up. Even houses, we've had this big housing crash, but houses right now are cheaper than they were, they're more expensive, I should say, than they were, a generation ago. So as long as that kind of stuff keeps up, I think we've got a really good benefit right now where being paid in dollars and earning dollars gives us the chance to buy more silver than your average person could, in a system where we were paid in silver or we were paid in gold, because your pay and a guy in China's pay in gold are going to be the same. But right now the dollar gives us a benefit in valuation, where our dollar is getting more silver or more gold for that dollar than their pay and their currency is getting us. And I think a national currency is a good thing. And right now, as far as the gold standard or international currency, I think gold already has that place where the ratios and valuations differ from national currency to national currency, gold being the constant that the others are measured against. So it takes you X amount of dollars to get an ounce of gold. It takes you X amount of Vietnam dong to get an ounce of gold. Takes you, X amount of Korean won or whatever it may be. And the gold's the same, the gold's universal. So I think gold is already the one world currency or the backing currency. I think all the nations are already on a gold standard. It's just a matter of valuation from their national currency and its valuation in gold. Its trade ratio, exchange ratio. And I think we, as the average person in the US, greatly benefit from that system. And I hope it keeps on going, giving us the chance to amass some wealth for our labor. Thanks for watching.